Hello, so today I want to make a quick video to showcase the Berserker technique build for my character and the setup I'm going to use, because Berserker technique is going to get a buff in November, so like a month from now. So right now the engraving is going to give you 70% crit damage during your burst modes, which is not very useful because you still kind of want to use Keen Blunt. You don't really have a good replacement for it. There is a build where you go Precision Dagger and you replace your crit with Swift, but then Precision Dagger is not a good engravings anyway. So a lot of Berserker in Korea, even before the buff, still ended up using Keen Blunts anyway. It's just a better engraving for damage. So this is the setup I'm gonna go with. For stats, I'm gonna have about 700 crit and 1450-ish special spec. The reason why I don't really go, this is one ring for crit. So I'm kind of based this number around, I'm using a Mayhem build. And I'm using the this ring, which is the ring with my Mayhem on it, and it has the lowest quality. So basically, I just like reverse engineering the crit and swift into spec and crit. So yes, the reason why I don't go full spec is because if I go full spec, I'm gonna have about close to 1660 something spec and about 520 something crit. And that is not enough because right now with this setup, I'm gonna have 25% crit with burst mode on. I'm gonna have, you can see here, 30% crit. That's 55 with maximum level of red dust. I'm gonna have 33. That's quite a bit, but it still feels a lot lackluster at times. And for engravings, I'm gonna go. This one is very basic. Red Captain. It's more accurate to showcase Red Captain with level 2 spirit absorptions because of yearning buff most of the times. But I'm just gonna show it here. And for gems, this is my Mayhem gem, and I don't plan to be buying the Bloody Rush gem at level 9 or above because it's like insanely expensive right now. So to be more realistic, I'm just gonna keep using level 7 or maybe level 8 gems for Bloody Rush. So Bloody Rush, if you're serious about Berserker technique, it should be 10 because it is your most damaging skills. But I'm playing both builds, so I don't know. I'll think about it later. For cards, I'm using Light of Salvation 18. The reason why I'm not using crit is because with this build, I have more than enough crit. I don't need it. The 7% damage bonus I get is a lot more valuable. And for busting like Vicus, I'm getting another free 10%. So yes, that's a lot. Okay. The skills should be pretty similar to the ones in Loawa. You can check it out on, I'm pretty sure like other Berserk already showed it. The only problem with have this skill rotation is that you don't really have a mobility skills other than Hellblade or Windblade. So that's how you move. Other than that, you just roll. For the sets, you're using Salvation. So yes, you don't really have the minus cooldown for the rolls like Domination. This is the problem I have with this build though. Okay, so let's see how long it takes with 1400 spec to build up my my gauge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a bit short. 12, 13. Okay, so if you go full spec, you're gonna be looking at about 11 skills to hit. And the most important ones to have your wealth rune on is Mountain Crush with focus level 5. Tempest Lash, you don't really need it because you would want the quick prep a lot more. For Windblade, you definitely need the gold wealth rune with level 5 focus. And for Maelstrom, you have level 5 focus and another purple wealth rune. So this is the setup with 3 purple wealth rune. And it needs about 13 skills that hit the boss to go into full burst mode. And if you go into burst mode with this much spec, you're gonna have about 2 minutes window, which is a lot. However, for harder fights like Clowns or Brawl, that's gonna be coming on December, you're gonna have a bit of an uptime problems compared to Mayhem. But the upside is that during that uptime, your burst is gonna be a bit stronger. So I usually play with a Bard, and it's much better to be Berserker technique playing with a Bard. Doesn't matter a spec Bard or Swift Bard, right? Compares to Mayhem. Mayhem is much more suitable to be playing with a Paladin. And now I'm just going to be showing you the DPS for this build when I'm in full burst mode. Rotation time setting should be 1 minute because that's like how bursty classes usually test their damage. So here I kind of want to save my red dust for the thing, because it's the most damaging skill in my rotation. I think I can squeeze it. No, I cannot. I have like pretty bad mana problem. You usually don't get this much mana problem when you do like real raids because you're not going to be sticking to the boss all the time. So the DPS here is about 7.3 million. It's about the same as my Mayhem, but I think I can but my Mayhem has like level 9 gems on 1 DPS skills compared to the level 7 on Bloody Rush. So I would still say that when it comes to burst and DPS testing like this, Berserker technique is going to be a bit stronger, especially with the buff, which increased your overall DPS by about 4%, which is crazy because everyone been talking like a lot, hyping this build up, like it's like Berserker technique is like so much better than Mayhem. It is not. It's not that much stronger. It's 4% stronger. Remember that when you're trying to build this. And this 2 are the most damaging rotation for Berserker technique, which is yes, I managed to fit it in. That is the most damaging rotation for Berserker technique. And you kind of want to play around having that rotation, because for Mayhem is very simple. Mayhem is literally this here, and the last one can be Tempest or Sword Storm. But this, you need to play around the cooldown of Bloody Rush, and it's very important that you have to land Bloody Rush and your Awakening with your red dust. If you miss your red dust, do not think about using your Bloody Rush and your Awakening. Just use other skill and wait for it to go off cooldown or something.